Good morning. It's December 4th. I am doing a Vlogmas later at 2:30. But I have to run down to the airport and pick up my friend. This will probably be part of tomorrow's post. So I got big news. Which I'm going to mention on my live first, so. Okay, so my news that I announced on my live this afternoon is, my truck hit 90,000. Actually, it hit 91,000, and short amount of time, it's going to have 100,000. So I put it on Marketplace. And to make a long story short, I've sold my truck and have an interim vehicle right now just because I need something to drive. So I needed wheels, so I had to work out a deal, and I took something for trade. So I'll show that in a little bit, but I'm in it right now, and I figure this is going to be what I drive until the house sells, but it won't tow Ruby. It's an SUV, but it's a 4-cylinder. I will need a truck to tow, so I'm still on the lookout for that. It won't be my dream truck, which I also going to mention on my live. And then there's a mystery vehicle that I'm considering too, that would tow Ruby. More in the SUV category. I think it would be considered SUV, yeah. A larger one. So literally yesterday I put my truck on Marketplace, and it's already sold. So but because of the deal I made, I did have to take a trade. It's super cold. It was 17 degrees when I woke up. I have to pick my friend up at the airport at 11:15. And I got a late start because I literally threw everything out of the truck yesterday, and it was dark by the time the deal was done. So this morning I couldn't sleep. Woke up at 3:50, started drinking coffee at 4, and then waited till it was 5 and went out under the carport and put some of my stuff back in my truck. So I will totally miss my truck. I have to say I did tear up because I've had a couple favorite vehicles in my life, and that's one of the 2 top ones. And even thinking about it, I'm kind of my voice is getting a little but I knew I was going to do it anyway, so why not do it now? I like a vehicle for traveling. I buy new and know that I'm the one that's done the vehicle, the miles. And then and this truck, I got to tell you, I literally was looking for a truck. So I had a 2016 F-150, same color, same truck, 2016 though. And it was at 95,000 miles, like in fall of 2019. So I start looking at the 2020 trucks. Decide I'm going to get through the winter with the truck I had, because that's the biggest risk to up here where I live, because of deer running across the road and the weather and stuff. And I thought I'll just wait till spring. So 2020, spring of 2020. Guess what happens? But I'd already started looking, and so when they found the truck I wanted, and I actually wanted the same red, so I stayed with the same red, race red. They found it. It was in Idaho, over in Pocatello. They found it at their dealership up there. Well, because this was like took 6 months, and I started looking like September. I had the big shutdown on, March 15th. I got the call that they found my truck. And, well, they had it was coming. They were told they'd have it. So we couldn't do anything. It was still so new with the shutdown. We could not do paperwork. We could not go any further. But they basically held my truck for me until May. So not quite, about 45 days. And it was contactless. They wanted my truck. Their mechanic wanted my truck. I took my truck to a mechanic here, sent them the report. Of course, they had the Carfax. No issues with the 2016. Their mechanic wanted my truck for himself. So part of the deal was that, dealing with him and the dealership. And they literally said to me, finally in May, that they could come and bring it to me as long as I didn't come out of the house, and they'd drop it off. I mean, we did, easiest deal I ever did. I did have a loan on that one at the beginning. And, but my other truck was still worth quite a bit, and it was paid for full. So, obviously it wasn't much of a loan. But, so I said, no, because you have 3 days and you got a chance to drive it. I said, here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to meet you in Spanish Forks, Utah, on the southern end of Salt Lake City. I go to Costco there, and I wanted to go, and it had just opened up. And I said, I will meet you there so that I can drive the truck around instead of you dropping it off and then having to come back and get it in 3 days. I'll drive it around. As long as you go have lunch somewhere, I'm going to go put it on the interstate. I'm going to drive it. So that's what I did. I drove to Spanish Forks, me and Rye, in the old truck. Of course, that gave, we already knew that the mechanic was the driver, so he's the one that was going to do, he was the one going to get that truck. So he actually drove my truck around and then went to lunch. I actually had like an hour and a half. I took the truck on the interstate, went up, not quite to Salt Lake City. I went like 40 miles up the interstate, and I went back a sideway and came back around. I met him at the McDonald's parking lot there where he was sitting having a burger, and we finished the deal. And so then I ran into Costco with my mask and only 10 people allowed in, or whatever it was at a time. It was really stupid. But I was out of some things that I like to get there. So anyways, I drove that truck home during COVID. So I called that my COVID truck. And it was stock. It was stock. It didn't have the lift, didn't have those tires or wheels, didn't have the Line X bed liner, it didn't have the front and rear bumpers, didn't have all the LED lights, it didn't have the infab sidebars, the weather guard. I did a lot to that truck. Tinted windows. I went limousine black. Had to pay cash to get them so black. So that was my COVID truck, and drove it all of 2020 till almost all of 2025. So, half of 2020 really. So, love that truck. Had all my memories because I also got Ruby at the same time. So I will miss that truck. It's going to stay in Grand Junction, so I probably will see it. But I have bigger and better vehicles on the horizon, whichever way I go. One is a Super Duty, a 2025, possibly a 2026, depends on when the house sells, but Super Duty F-250 Lariat package with the Tremor package. And the Tremor is the off-road, skid plates, the lift, the bigger tires, has 35-inch tires, standard. It's just a package that's all about, it's got a different sort of limited slip in the back. It's got a dedicated locking differentials. But it's strictly an off-road package, so I want that package on the Lariat trim, which is the leather, the moonroof, the heated and cooled seats, and all that. I want everything. So that's what happened, and that happened last night, literally. I actually went and got my hair done, and down in Grand Junction, and was talking to people about my truck on Marketplace, and then this deal just came together and got finalized at like I said, 5 o'clock last night. Man, that's brutal. Okay, well, enough rambling for now. You've heard my life story on my truck. This could be a video, I guess. But I got the live too, so if I do that, I'll just post this tomorrow. So that might work. So the cat will be out of the bag that I've sold my truck, because that's when I'm going to announce it on the live this afternoon. So I got to go pick up my friend. I got to take her to Safeway to get groceries, because she's been gone a week and, well, about 10 days. And she just needs a few things until she goes down probably on Sunday. And then I'll go home. I'll be doing my live from home, probably from Lil Ruby. That's what I'm thinking. And I got some new products, but I'm not going to do a review on those. I think I'll be doing a live either tomorrow or Saturday on Christmas and decorating. Got my hair done yesterday. Supposed to have gotten it done before Thanksgiving. I had to cancel to work at John's shop one day, and she just fit me in yesterday, and literally fit me in between two other ladies. So, all right, bye for now. Have a good Thursday, the first week of December. I think Saturday we're going to go to the Parade of Lights in downtown Grand Junction, so I will record that. That will probably be my video for Sunday. I'm going to try to start getting, obviously Vlogmas should be holiday related. I just haven't had any holiday related stuff yet, and it takes me a minute after Thanksgiving. I don't just transfer over to the next holiday, and I definitely don't start the next holiday before that one's even ended. So Thanksgiving's over, company's gone, turkey's all eaten, except for we're going to have chicken enchiladas tonight. But that'll be the end of the turkey. Happy holidays. Get in your holiday groove, I guess I could say that. Go camping if you can. I won't be able to go till after Christmas. So, and I got to get me a truck. So that's going to be high on the list of things to get. So, all right. Bye for now.